It's my tremendous honor to finally wish America and the world a very Merry Christmas.
The president making Christmas calls to all over the world. He started the day video chatting to our men and women overseas.
We're grateful for each of you who spend this Christmas away from your families and defend all of our families.
It is looking like a white Christmas in many parts of the nation.
God has offered us another option, and that is to say yes to his love and to his mercy. And how did he choose to bring us that mercy and forgiveness? In the form of a little baby.
Some rockin' firefighters are from the Miami-Dade Fire and Rescue. Jam out to their own special rendition of Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock, working around the clock.
The song may have come out when we were younger, but now it is a Christmas classic.
It's one of the favorites, too.
Andy Williams, then it went to Johnny Mathis. Who doesn't love those two? And now Mariah. And you may be looking at Griff right now.
We have to address this. Merry Christmas.
Christmas attire, of course.
Look what Molly gave me. This is a Hawaiian shirt with Todd, Molly, and Adam Klotz. And I really...
It's an original.
I think
you're the only guy that has
the
this
first
shirt.
Christmas gift I got all year is the very best, Molly.
What's funny about that, Kelly May, who's one of the awesomest people here on the great show, Fox and Friends, she emailed us on like Wednesday. It was like, I need your headshot. And I'm like, for a gift.
What are you doing with this?
No, my mom doesn't even want my headshot as a gift. Now you understand why. It's adorning your beautiful
We did, and Molly gave it to me, but I haven't yet found out what I got from Santa, and he's here. He's still with us. Santa, are you over there?
I'm over here.
How you doing? You still awake?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah, we got to check in with you. Long night delivering presents, and we've got questions for you. I'll start with this one. It's from Tracy. Now, Santa, do you prefer milk or eggnog with the cookies that are left out?
Do you wait for the eggnog until after Christmas?
Absolutely. I love the milk with the cookies. It gives it a nice balance and a flavor. I love the eggnog sitting by the fireplace with a nice cinnamon stick.
You have earned it. You have earned your eggnog. And here's another question. I know you probably don't want to pick a favorite, but which reindeer is the fastest?
Oh, by far, that would be Dasher.
Oh, well, naturally,
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely.
Silly question. My apologies.
Yep.
Let me ask this. This is not one of the official questions, but which one do you hate the most?
I don't hate any of them.
There's no reindeer
Very
hate.
political answer there,
no
Santa.
reindeer hate.
They're all wonderful.
Now, my wife's going to be on in about 30 minutes. I get lost in our house, so I have an affinity for getting lost. But do you, Santa, ever get lost?
Not in the last probably 50 years since NORAD and GPS.
Good.
You got extra help. We're glad. And there's Rudolph, of course.
Of course.
Good. All right, well, we want more questions from you guys, and also we want your pictures. Send us to us. Thanks, Santa. We'll check back in with you.
Merry Christmas.
We're getting photos from our viewers out there that are waking up with us. Thank you for doing that. We want to get them. Let's put one up here.
I love the ones with the dogs
and the babies.
Yes, dogs and babies. There we go. Linda and Ken from Georgia and matching Christmas outfits with their dog Winston.
I love that, by the way. I think my dog, who may be coming up here shortly, Rascal, has
Was that Rascal outside?
has a matching something. So we'll see that.
This is from Wayne and his family in Pennsylvania. Their Christmas message, clear on their matching PJs, express your elf.
Express your elf.
There you go. You barely contained yourself all morning.
Oh, look at that. Here we go. Talking about dogs. And Ray writes, our dog Scooby doesn't move a muscle when we put on his antlers. Sure, I don't believe that.
A little awkward there.
But he sure is
hate
cute.
Getting dressed up. We love it. Dogs hate it.
Way to go, Scooby.
And from the Donahue sisters in Florida, they are celebrating Christmas for their third Christmas in South Carolina.
They're tearing into it. That is an action shot.
From Florida, celebrating in South Carolina.
And we want more of those action shots. If you're waking up this morning and the kids are tearing into the pictures, if you've got some great, or if you're torturing your pets with costumes, by all means, we love those as well.
Now, Molly, if you remember, we were all here together on Thanksgiving, and we had Griff's lovely family joining us on the couch.
Awesome.
This time they're like, Dad, go do your job and don't bother us. But nevertheless, Griff bothered them. He's got them live vis-a-vis Skype here on Christmas morning. I'll let you introduce your lovely family.
Well, I think, hey guys, Merry Christmas.
Yay, you guys are out of bed. Good morning.
Hello. That's Rascal. There, Merry Christmas. You can talk to us. How is it?
Rascal's got his own PJs.
Oh, maybe a little technical difficulty, although look at those very
I was just going
cute,
to say, they look great. We can't quite hear
You know,
them,
we
but
did
they
that
look
story.
fantastic, and I think Rascal pulls off the full picture.
About the UFOs. Have you this week, you know, with Harry
Yes,
Reid? Have
yes.
they been abducted by UFOs? What was that sound that we just heard?
It could be either that or
A
Russians
connection
possibly.
to SpaceX also? There's a lot of SpaceX stuff going on.
Let me try again. Madeline, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Merry Christmas. Hey, let me ask you, what did you get for Christmas? What did Santa bring you?
Well, we had a little bit of a late start, but we've opened one present. Santa did come.
Yeah, Mackenzie, what do you got there? You're reaching for something. What? Tickets.
They're very
what
excited.
Is it
I'm
too?
excited too. Where are we going?
Yeah. She got Taylor Swift tickets.
Yes! Taylor Swift tickets.
There you
Nice,
go.
nice.
Man, you cannot beat that good job.
Now, Madeline, what did you get?
I got some cool new sunglasses. So pretty
Very
excited.
sweet.
Nice,
For
nice.
escaping the
Those are
dead.
on fleek. Is that a thing the kids say? On fleek? Probably. The producer's like,
Santa was
So-
very generous this morning.
So what did Rascal get?
Rascal hasn't opened anything yet, but he has some presents. Santa came for Rascal too.
Does he know he's on TV? Hey, Rascal, Merry Christmas. Yes, very
Yeah.
well. And by the way, your mother, where's your mother?
She decided she didn't want to be on TV in her pajamas.
I see Fam Jams, and it has our name on them. Did I get one?
Yes, you do. Yours are here.
awesome.
Guys,
Hey,
what do you think of this fabulous
This is amazing.
attire?
What do you think?
Come on. Doesn't Dad look great? Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. You like
great.
that?
So,
great.
guys, from what I understand, Dad is coming back down later on today. Tonight he'll be there. What are you guys going to do when Dad gets back?
Well, he'll probably open his presents from Santa. So Santa bought them.
Wait,
Ooh,
hold on.
there you go.
Fox News Alert. I got presents?
Yeah.
Can we get a swoosh in there, the Fox News Alert?
What did I get? Is there a big stack?
Yeah, big sack. You've been nice.
Just look. Yep.
All right. Well, listen, guys, Merry Christmas. I love you. Thanks for joining us. And tell your mother Merry Christmas, too, since she couldn't join us on TV.
Great seeing you guys again. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, so in
That
addition
was really
to,
fun.
Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yes.
In
It was
addition
great to get to see them on Christmas morning.
I know, you
Get to
do.
eat the real-
Really, really special.
Yeah.
In addition to Griff's family, in addition to Molly's family and all of our families, the president was doing a little celebrating. He's going to probably do a little bit more today, but last night he celebrated Christmas Eve Mass, and I believe we have video of that event. And Griff, tell us a little bit more about the church.
So he's there at Bethesda by the Sea. It's a beautiful church in Palm Beach. It's where he got married to First Lady Melania. And, you know, certainly you can see there bringing a lot of cheer to that local community, which has by and large embraced him. Of course, Mar-a-Lago is a staple of Palm Beach, but you know, a year later after his presidency, I'm told my family, my mother and sister live down in that area, and so big moment. And also the president sending a very strong message for the whole country via Twitter, something he changed. You want to read that for us?
Yeah, people are proud to be saying Merry Christmas again. I am proud to have led the charge against the assault of our cherished and beautiful phrase, Merry Christmas, 5 exclamation points, capital letters. He wanted to make his Merry Christmas wish loud and proud there right at the end.
And he also was cooking in anticipation of Todd Pirro showing up.
Because Fatty McGee over here likes to eat. And he had, are you ready for this? Drum roll. Turkey, beef tenderloin, cornbread, creamy kale, popovers, Molly Lyon's favorite.
They're great.
Mashed potatoes and turkey gravy, various local vegetable dishes, a seafood display including local fish and shellfish, and a variety of desserts.
That is quite a spread. I wonder if he shared any with the media folks down there. They're following.
But I want to get back to the message, the Christmas message. We're going to go into that a lot more throughout the course of the next 2 more hours. But I think what's so important about the Christmas message and saying Merry Christmas, Christians don't want to exclude other people's holidays. Myself, I mean, Griff's a new convert to Catholicism. I love celebrating everything. I love when it's Hanukkah. I love the Jewish holidays in the fall and just celebrating everybody else's inclusiveness, if you will. And so why shouldn't we be proud to say, Merry Christmas? We're celebrating the birth of Christ. It has become a lot more than that. maybe to the detriment of the birth of Christ, but at the end of the day, it's what we celebrate. It's a very important day in our year. Let's go for it. And I think the president has brought that back to society so that people, you know, feel comfortable.
And here we are, we're talking about a lot of presents today, but as you mentioned, the real meaning behind Christmas is so important as well.
The greatest gift of all, looking at those children as I got to there, getting a little older.
They're awesome, by the way.
We've got a young daughter with you.
Yes, my baby's going to be here at the end of the show, so stick around for that. I can't wait to see her, of course. We also have Adam, who's got a little bit of weather. If folks out there are still trying to get from place to place on this beautiful Christmas day. Adam?
Hey guys, most of the country obviously curled up and staying warm here on Christmas morning, but a couple of faithful made it out here on Christmas morning. This one, guys, from Mississippi, you've got the 12 days of Christmas in the South. Do you guys have anyone you want to give a shout out to back at home?
Merry Christmas to Andy and Austin. We love you.
Merry Christmas, Mom and Dad. Love you.
Texas in the house, right?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
All right, who do you want to say Merry Christmas to?
Merry Christmas to all my kids and my friends. I love you guys.
All right, and finally, Atlanta, Georgia. I used to work there. Who do you want to say Merry Christmas to?
Merry Christmas to my brother in Hillsboro, Virginia.
All right, Merry Christmas, everybody. You guys staying warm out here?
Absolutely.
All right, well, a lot of folks aren't keeping warm. Take a look at some of these temperatures across the country. We're looking at this Arctic air mass settling in from Canada. It's going to be working its way down in today, tomorrow. Look at some of these current wind chills. Fargo, North Dakota, negative 36 degrees right now. Not too bad in New York City as we're sitting closer to the 20s. Guys, folks are happy to be out here on the plaza. I'm sure folks are probably more happy to be curled up in front of the fire.
Yeah, brisk there in Kansas City. Yeah, it's cold out there, that's for sure.
36 in Fargo.
Chill,
Yeah, that was, all right. So a couple headlines for you. The United Nations is cutting $285 million from next year's budget after negotiations with the United States. The goal of the Trump administration has been reducing U.S. contributions to the organization, which total upwards of $3 billion a year. Ambassador Nikki Haley praised this move, calling it a big step in the right direction. Earlier this morning, Pope Francis delivering his Christmas address to the world, the pontiff giving his Urbi Orbi blessing and praying for migrants all over the world with nowhere to go fleeing danger. The Pope had a similar message during his Christmas Eve sermon last night. He compared refugees to the story of Joseph and Mary. U.S. soldiers celebrating Christmas while protecting our freedoms. Troops at the Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan singing and dancing to spread Christmas cheer while away from their families. But not all of our heroes have to spend Christmas away from home. Hundreds just returning from a 9-month tour in the Middle East.
Like, this is for real. I'm home.
It was probably one of the happiest moments of my life.
This is the best Christmas ever.
It's been hard, but I'm glad he's home.
Everybody gets teary-eyed. I know y'all two tough guys. You ain't gonna believe it.
And we welcome them home as well, the soldiers from the Army's 5th Battalion 3rd Field Artillery Regiment returning to Joint Base Lewis. That's in McCord out there in Washington State. And a Christmas proposal in England as an American couple was waiting for a glimpse of the royal family.
I want to spend the rest of my Christmases with you, Ashley, so I want to know if you want to marry me.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
She said yes. Michael Metz of Wisconsin getting down on one knee to pop the question. They're on live TV using her grandmother's ring. So a little extra special there.
I don't know if you want to marry me.
Yeah.
And she's like, yes!
Yeah, by the way, I'm not a
That was a
prince,
quick
but
answer.
I'm you know, here's a ring.
Awesome stuff. Congrats to them. All right, coming up, an incredible Christmas story. That New York City firefighter was trapped under the rubble on 9/11 and nearly died. But now he's a hero once again, giving the gift of life to a stranger 3,000 miles away. Both of them will join us live.
Plus, Diamond and Silk are here live with a Christmas greeting for America. Hey, Diamond and Silk. This is a treat. This is a gift. I love Diamond and Silk. Coming up next. Two sisters from North Carolina taking social media by storm this year. The former Obama supporters, Diamond and Silk, becoming two of President Trump's most outspoken and vocal supporters.
Joining us now, we are fortunate enough to get their Christmas message to America. Diamond and Silk, thank you so much for being here. Merry Christmas. We are delighted to be able to say that to you right now.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right, from what we understand, Diamond and Silk have a very special Christmas message to share with all of us here on this special Christmas morning. Diamond and Silk, take it away.
Well, listen, I just want everybody to know that Jesus is the reason for the season.
That's right.
So don't fret. Be with family. Be with friends. Love on each other.
Yes.
And know that he's the reason why all of this matter, why all of this is going down.
That's right. And don't eat too much.
Too late, Diamond and Silk. Too late.
Hey, Diamond and Silk, I got to ask you. Now, you have been my absolute favorite guest, as they have kindly let me occasionally fill in on the weekends. I've gotten to talk to you. And we've talked a lot this year about the criticism of the president. Now we get to the very end. President Trump delivers. They said he couldn't do it. Delivers on that Christmas present of the biggest tax cut in history, certainly in the last 31 years. What do you make of that?
Listen, I mean, we are so excited.
Yes.
We are so excited about this president and what he said that he will be the greatest job creator, and it has proven to be factual. He is the greatest job creator.
Yes.
He just signed this tax cut into law where more people will be able to keep more money in their pockets.
That's right.
And we are just like excited. Overexcited about that.
He's a baller, a shot caller. Do not underestimate President Trump, sweetie.
And if you bet on anything, always bet on Trump.
That's right.
Diamond and Silk, we're looking ahead, 2018 now, right around the corner, heading for a new year. What is your prediction for the new year? If you had a crystal ball, what would you tell us?
You know what? I believe that we're going to push for that border wall.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to start working on the inner and urban cities. I think you're going to see prosperity like you've never seen it before in this country. I think that you're going to see people creating business. Entrepreneurship is going to be up. You're going to see something that we've never seen before in our lifetime up under this administration and up under this president, and it's going to be good.
And you're also going to see Diamond and Silk on tour with Chick.
Here we are.
Yes.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Yes.
Hey, Florida, here we come.
Diamond and
That's
Silk,
what you're going to see this
I'm
year.
looking in this shot here, and I see a beautiful Christmas tree behind you, and I see underneath that Christmas tree the Trump tax plan. So what are you going to do with all your money in 2018? What are you going to buy?
You know what? I'm going to save some of it.
Good.
Yeah. I'm going to take at least 10% of that and put it in a savings and save that. Always do that whenever you're getting something. You want to take a little bit of it and you want to save it for a rainy day.
That's
And
right.
then the rest, I'll just splurge a little bit.
What are we splurging on, though? Oh, we want to hear. What are you splurging on? Just give us one quick example. It's just you and us.
Every now and again, I might want a nice piece of jewelry.
Yeah,
Or
I could see.
And have
Sparkly.
a nice I may want a nice meal at an upscale restaurant.
Yes.
And so I save up for those things.
Or some shoes.
Okay,
Yes.
You want to
Real quick, I just want to ask you one question, and that is President Trump tweeting that he can say Merry Christmas again. We've talked about it all morning. What do you guys think? How important is it now that we can talk and say Merry Christmas again?
It's very important.
Yeah.
Listen, those are our traditions.
That's right.
And I don't like it when people think they can come into our country and we change everything for them. It's Merry Christmas here. And if you don't like Merry Christmas, then don't you say it.
That's
but
right.
we don't say it.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Diamond and Silk, not playing around on Christmas morning. Maybe you'll take that money and buy some diamonds and silk.
Ooh, I love it.
That's our producer, Sean Groman, who told me to say that, and he got us all wine for the holiday, so I had to give him something.
Yes,
That's his joke.
props for Sean.
Thanks,
yes.
guys.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas to you
to
all.
everybody.
Love
All
y'all.
right, thank you very much, Diamond and Silk. Still ahead, this Army recruit gets a huge win on the ice. Just in time for Christmas. Wow, the big celebration and even bigger prize coming up.
Plus, country star Phil Vassar, one of my favorites, performs a Christmas classic for us next. Coming up, you have been sending in photos of loved ones celebrating Christmas while serving our country overseas. And this is one from Barry that shows Vice President Pence. We are sharing these photos of those deployed during Christmas, so please keep sending them to us.
Plus, look who got up early on Christmas. Todd and his family are baking some Christmas cookies for us next.
But first, a Christmas message from Steve, Ainsley, and Brian.
Happy New Year, everybody. You know, this is a time when we would normally announce our resolutions, but why bother? Because let's face it, people make resolutions and then break them in about 4 days.
Right, and that's the American way. Don't set goals, therefore you don't have to worry about not reaching them.
You know what? I've got a great idea for a resolution.
What?
I resolve to not appear in the New Year's Eve show.
Okay. My resolution is to go to the gym more, but when you go to the gym in January, as you know, the classes are so full you can't even get a spot.
Right. I don't go to classes, but
So
I'm going to
then-
pretend to relate to Ainsley.
Well, then when you go and you can't get a spot, you end up leaving.
Right.
So then you never really get the workout.
Right.
We were just really hoping it would make it. He would make it here before the holidays.
Hey, Jada.
The best Christmas present ever.
Do you know who that is? Skywalker? It is the best job. It is your father. He is back.
Are you excited? Oh gosh, I got lipstick all over you. I'm sorry.
You can't put words to explain how it is to be back with your family for Christmas.
Wow. Merry Christmas, welcome back. There's nothing more special than our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines that give so much to sacrifice and showing their reuniting with their loved ones, and some of them, many of them, thousands deployed overseas as well.
We can't thank them enough for all their service all around the world right now. We've been getting pictures throughout the morning from folks. We've been asking folks to send them in to share them with us, and they're great.
Yeah, this is Staff Sergeant Bach spending Christmas while deployed in Qatar.
Here's one from Bobby, writes, here's a picture of my nephew TJ and his band of brothers. They are keeping America safe.
Awesome stuff. And Lisa sends this one in of her son, Sean. Sean deployed at Christmas a few years ago. She notes, yes, he is still a Bills fan. And I started tearing up the moment we saw that first little kid go to run in his daddy's leg.
There,
wow.
yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Good stuff.
All right, now we've also got our wonderful staff here, and they are sending in their photos. This is head writer Kyle Kalachka. Wait, hold on. Kyle, what is your last? Kalachka, sorry about that. With his dad, Peter, mom, Annie, and sister, Mary Kate.
And this is production assistant Montana Marsilia with her parents, Colleen and Anthony, brother Anthony, Uncle Johnny, cousins Dylan, Jesse, Adam, Cecilia, and their grandma, Mimi. It's a big crew there.
And of course, associate producer Kelly May, I call her Kelly Mays Hayes, with her parents Joe and Sandy, brothers Andy and Mike. They hail from Boston. They're starting to warm up to New York City. Remember, they were here for Thanksgiving. Remember, they came in, had a good time with us.
Good. And director Sean McGinnis' kids, Matt, Riley, and Jack, with their Christmas tree, looking good.
And we got to love the throwback photos. So here's a throwback photo from writer Jen Merwitz with her siblings, DJ and Ashley.
Here's associate producer Chris Nicoletti. He spent Christmas Eve with his parents, Larry and Denise, watching The Nutcracker at Lincoln Center.
And this is executive producer Gavin Haddon's two boys, Gavin and Cole, in front of their Christmas tree. Great shot.
And of course, not to be left out, check out these. Brian Kilmeade with his daughters, extended family. Of course, the dogs. Can't forget the dogs, Rocky and Apollo.
And now it's time
for Christmas with the family.
Yeah,
yes.
who's that? There we go. All right.
Look
Well,
at
with
those
that-
sounds. Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm going to
Excellent.
walk.
Now we're moving. Let's go over here.
There's nothing like a great segue.
I've been looking forward to this all morning.
I
So
know.
excited.
All right.
Merry
Merry Christmas.
Peter, Amanda. So excited.
If you
to have
remember,
guys here
when
with
I
us.
first
Family
got here, my mom was on doing our Italian gravy. But now for Christmas, we said, okay, it's kind of late in the day. What are we going to do? So we came up with a Christmas idea. We said, if you were last minute, you haven't made your cookies yet, these you can literally make in the time it takes to do this segment. And with that, my dad and I are going to be quiet. Let Amanda and my wife Amanda and my mom Marianne take over.
I'll let you start.
These are two of the easiest cookies you'll ever make.
For you?
They are easy. And if you're saying, well, Christmas is here, and you know, I already made my cookies. Make them for New Year's. Make them for New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. The first one we're going to make is, we call a snowball. And this is what they look like when they're finished. And 5 very easy ingredients.
Yeah. Let's get in there and make it.
Okay. You take a stick of butter, softened.
Everybody, you guys, we're just going to grab the final. We're going to grab the final.
The sugar.
What goes first? Sugar first?
Well, you need a big bowl.
You need a big bowl.
No,
we're going to fake this for television.
And you take a teaspoon of vanilla and you cream it by hand till it's smooth. You add a cup of flour and finally chop mixed nuts. And this is what you will get. You'll refrigerate it for about 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay.
And then here's the fun part. You take some into a little ball.
Roll it in a ball. We're
roll
ready.
it in a ball.
Here we go. I am so ready.
I do this so classily.
And then
perfectly rolled.
This is the part Todd likes. You put it in powdered sugar, confectionery sugar.
This is great.
Here we go. And then they're ready to go. Like they're literally.
Well, you have to cook them.
You have to bake them.
You have to bake them.
I don't know. It's your recipe.
You have to bake them for.
So they go on the
20
cookie
minutes.
sheet. I see.
You can find the recipe on Fox.
Listen, this is Marianne, Peter. I mean, very important to learn how to make cookies. But what I really want to know is, what was it like growing up with Todd?
It was a trip. It was a trip. The first Christmas, he was the first grandchild, so of course he had every present in Toys R Us.
Much loved and spoiled,
But he played with the box and tissue paper the whole day.
Exactly.
Simple pleasures, simple pleasures.
Now we got to go to the Chinese noodle cookies, and my wife knows I'm a simple person, so.
We're going to do these really quick. My mother-in-law is the one that bakes, definitely. I don't have that gene, sorry. You knew that going in. So what you have to do is you melt a butterscotch. You have to be careful because I'm going to tell them our secret. We might have burned a little bit a couple of times over the years. This is really easy. All you have to do, melt the butterscotch, throw the Chinese noodle cookies in. Then you got to use a little muscle, so make sure that you get your holiday workout in.
And that's her. I don't have the muscle
I'm not going to use these. I'm going to do this. And then what you have to do is you got to just mix it around, and then you have to, and see, this is what I usually have you do. I usually call you into the kitchen and say, can you just mix this for me? This is done.
That's what I do too at home. Yes.
This is all you have to do.
Todd was responsible for that aforementioned burning, right?
Yeah. I was doing stuff. I turned it on and walked away for a half an hour and came back to a completely burned butterscotch pan.
And it ends up being like a tradition. So we make
feel
these.
like I can actually do this one.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can substitute things that if you don't have butterscotch, you can easily do chocolate chips. I've had people message me on social media and say, hey, do it with peanut butter. So really anything that you have in the house, and I'll let you scoop it.
Yeah.
Look at you. And these you don't have to bake. You just have to kind of
These will literally harden in a few minutes.
What are those things called? The sprinkles.
Chinese. Oh, these are. Oh, don't ask what they're called. They're called about different things in all parts of the country. Sprinkles, jimmies. I mean, it gets intense.
Look at that.
Hey, oh,
there you
nice,
go.
nice. That goes
nice.
Look at that. Perfect. And then you're done. Really easy.
So easy. Those are awesome. Those are awesome. That I will even be able to remember.
I thank you for not asking my wife any stories.
I wouldn't want to do that.
We'll save those for later.
Save the
Don't
dirt.
worry.
Yes.
We'll do it.
That's a tease if I ever heard one coming up.
Just quickly before we toss it out and drive 10 seconds, thank you to my mom, dad, and of course my beautiful wife for being here today. Obviously,
it has been so wonderful to have you guys here. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes, Merry Christmas to all, and to Adam as well, of course. Merry Christmas, Adam. We've been chatting with you all morning. You're a great gift giver, but you also have the gift of giving us the weather this Christmas.
Yeah, and maybe for some people, the gift of a white Christmas. That's the case, at least in the upper portions of the country. And I'm going to start off here with some folks who also decided to brave the cold here on Christmas morning. A nice little group coming together out here in just the last little bit. You guys are from Virginia, and you've got a famous bear that now has, what, 800 Twitter followers?
800 Twitter followers. If anybody wants to follow him, he's at the Cat's Bear. Shout out to the Washington Capitals.
All right, Merry Christmas to you guys. And here we have some folks from Florida who came all the way up here. Were you hoping to see a white Christmas in New York City?
Yeah.
Bure.
All right, so it is snowing kind of around the area. Do you think you can sell your dad on driving north 2 or 3 hours?
Maybe.
All right, well, ask for it for Christmas and maybe it'll come true. Let's take a look at where some of that snow currently is falling. It is just a couple hours to the north and really surrounding the inlands of the mid-Atlantic, stretching up into New England. There is that snowfall, and before it's all said and done, we may see some pretty impressive snowfall amounts. There's plenty of watches and warnings stretching all across the region. You get up into the Maine area, we could be talking about a foot wide spread right along some of the lakes, 3 to 4 feet of snow. Guys, 3 to 4 feet of snow if you want to head up to the Great Lakes. You guys have anyone you want to say Merry Christmas to?
Merry Christmas, New York!
That's a great shout out. So that's you guys back in the studio as well.
That. Excellent.
Yeah, way more excited about it than anyone else.
Yes. Adam, thank you. We have a couple headlines here. Nearly 200 skiers trapped 82 feet in the air after their ski lift breaks down. Helicopters flying in first responders to actually rescue those vacationers one by one at the French resort in the Alps. Some skiers trapped there for up to 2 hours. This was Christmas Eve. Thankfully, though, no one was hurt. North Korea showing no signs of giving up its nuclear program. The rogue regime calling it a, quote, pipe dream for America to even think they would stop testing missiles. This after the UN punishing North Korea for its latest test, placing sanctions, and blocking nearly 90% of its oil exports. Christians in Mosul celebrating their first Christmas Mass since ISIS soldiers were driven out of that Iraqi city. Worshippers joined in solidarity by their Muslim neighbors in a message to the terrorist group. ISIS took control of Mosul in 2014, but left after several crushing defeats by U.S.-backed forces. And an Army recruit makes the hockey shot of a lifetime, just in time for Christmas. Understandably psyched. Nate Bila winning that shoot-to-win contest at the Springfield Thunderbirds game. His prize, a brand new Mercedes-Benz. That is a Christmas. He is due to report to Fort Benning, Georgia for basic training next week. So hopefully he has time to take a quick cruise in that before he heads off.
Take a shot for a Benz? Wow.
That, I can understand why he was so excited about that.
Absolutely. All right, still ahead. Talk about a huge shock. How did this woman get a $284 billion electric bill? Ouch.
Plus, easing the financial stress during Christmas. Our next guest has some tips to help keep the holidays stress-free.
And did you get a puppy for Christmas this morning? What now?
Yes!
They're cute, but man. All right, we've got an expert that'll give you some tips to help you, to help you train your new pup just ahead. But first, another Christmas message from a member of our Fox family, Harris Faulkner.
Christmas from Outnumbered.